Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I've had a couple of technical issues today. I recorded 2 episodes earlier, both of which the audio wasn't recorded on, and I didn't realise until afterwards, after I'd recorded both sessions. I just started recording another episode in order to bring everybody up to speed with the changes that I've made in the meantime, and then my game crashed. So I'm not having the best of luck today, but I'll try and take you through what I did in the interim. As you can see from the last cycle to now, quite a few days have passed. We have opened the geyser room and let the water come out. The water was just about at the bottom of these mesh tiles, so it needed topping up. And we'd actually got the water down to sort of about 18-19 degrees across the run here, so the cooling here has definitely been working a treat. You'll notice there is a little bit of an expanded area here. This is... I'll just slow the dupes down because they've got nothing to do at the moment. So this is just to power the pump. It's a bit overkill, 6 batteries. We can always remove some. But I'm trying to separate all the power systems. As you can see, this is now its own single power system. This is now only powering the electrolyzer and the fertilizer maker. It's got actually 2 banks of batteries to do that, so it really is overkill. I may in fact end up removing this cable and maybe linking this in here and powering one of the fertilizers, but for now that's the way I've done it. We've got a bank of these batteries that were here before, but I have added in a second fertilizer maker, and we've got the gas pump, the gas filter, and these 2 fertilizers running from this battery bank and being charged by the natural gas generator. Down here I actually have in now a power switch, so I can switch where I want the power to go. In fact, what we need to do right now is turn that one off and turn this one on. And I didn't know these worked in heavy watt wire, but they actually work a treat. So we need to get the dupes to switch the power over, stop charging these, and actually start charging this bank of batteries, which is purely for the air scrubber down here. So any second now that changeover will be made, and there we go. These are now charging, and this is running off battery power, and we do have the backup of another generator here anyway, so it's not a problem. I might link this cable across here because they will get through this battery power quite quickly, but we'll see how it goes. I've installed showers and they are working a treat. I did have a few issues initially. These pipes actually only originally came down to about this level. They linked across here and went up. I thought I'd give them just a straight run down, and I thought that would be enough capacity in the pipe to run the fertilizer makers, but what I was finding is that the pipes were backing up. So I've put in these squiggly capacity here, and actually a dupe can have a shower. The polluted water will get to about here in the bottom of the selection of the pipe, and then another dupe can actually jump in and have a shower straight afterwards without anything backing up. So that's working out quite well, and we're using the water from this pump down here as well, so that's working really well. For some reason there's a puft. You need to go up there, fella. These are growing really well. It's lost a bit of the gas pressure because they've had the door open and closed for a little while. You need to sweep that, please. I might not actually have enough room to sweep that. Yeah, that's full. I don't really want to put another fridge on the circuit though. Let's have a look, see if we can afford to put another fridge on. I mean, I could put one above here. And then at least it's on that line of batteries. That could work. So I'm just trying to separate all of this, all of these lines of power in preparation for putting in my heavy wire down here and my natural gas geyser power system in here. So this was the thinking about separating all of these lines of circuitry. I can just come straight in with a transformer, heavy wire, a transformer, and link in this way. And power all these batteries without the need for the hamster wheel at all, so... Or at least some of it, so that was the idea. So you can see this isn't doing an awful lot up here now. I'm wondering about maybe removing some of the gas permeable tiles and making this a little bit more of a concentrated... Because this pump is having to pump, maybe close some of this area up. So that it's not, you know, it's pulling sideways rather than two. So I'll put another 2 here. So it's pulling from the sides rather than actually pulling up the ladder. That could be. I'll try that and see if it makes any difference. So from the middle of the pump we're out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's cancel that one there and then we'll see if it makes a difference. What we really want it to do is to be pulling the air from there and there rather than directly below it. We're doing really well for food, as you can see. We've got absolutely lots and lots of frost buns. In fact, we're doing so well, I think we could probably afford to get in a new duplicant. But let's see this shower system working. You'll see that these pipes are empty, and this one is nearly empty. So I'll just speed up the time a little bit. So by the time they finish the shower, which is there, it hasn't even reached the bottom before the next time the next tube comes in, and I think that's a good distance of pipe to allow this to actually get through to the fertiliser makers without backing up. So that took a little bit of thought and experimentation, but that seems to have worked really well. And 3 showers seems to be enough. If I get another duplicant, that's, you know, they've got one between 2, so it seems to work really well. I put these algae, or however you like to say it, terrariums in to try and counter some of this carbon dioxide, because when I sort of started messing about with putting all these batteries in and everything, oh, you can see this has actually run out of power completely now. When I put all of this in, obviously all of this carbon dioxide started going up into here. I think I could probably afford to get rid of them now, but I think I'll leave them for a couple more cycles because it looks like there's a little bit, maybe, of carbon dioxide still in there. Yeah, there's a little bit in there, so we'll let them try and soak some of that up. So right now they're having to run on this wheel to keep this whole system going. I think I'm going to switch these back over and get that power going back through that system. We only need this on for another few cycles by the look of it, because it's definitely keeping up with this amount of carbon dioxide from this one generator, so that's good. We need that puffed out of this room. He's not going to be too happy in there. I might open that and let that puffed out if I can. We'll probably get both of them in there, knowing our luck. There is polluted oxygen up there, so... I think we can afford to deconstruct all of these up here. And in fact we'll probably get them to dig there too. Okay, we've got him out. Oh no, stay out of there. He seems to want to be in that room, doesn't he? So... Oh. Do they like chilly conditions? Is that the issue? I am going to dig this little bit of ice here. I don't know why he likes being there, but he seems to be. He is picking up bits and pieces of polluted oxygen, that's for sure. I'm going to change that one to auto, and I'm going to change that one to open. And we'll just get them to do a touch of this digging. I'm not going to spend hours trying to get a puffed out of this room. I mean, if he wants to be in there, he's going to be in there, isn't he? But come on, fella. No. Yes. Quickly, quickly. Shut the door, quickly. Yes. Alright, we've got him out there. We've got him out there. Where did he go? Has he gone? There he is. He's stuck behind the, he's entombed. We better get him out, I suppose. We really ought to. And in fact we'll get this bit swept up here, because that's not going to be helping anybody. Oh, this is quite grotty there, isn't it, really? We could probably go through here. But anyway, we'll do that soon. I just don't want him in and out of that room. Anyway, so I think I've covered every change that I've made. Oh, I need to copy the settings over to that one. There we go. Cool. So yeah, we've got 3,000 odd sleep wheat grains. So we are doing very well for food. This is running down again. We could probably do with some more batteries up here. I'm actually thinking of maybe disconnecting this wire here. I really can't remember my thinking behind why I wanted it connected that way. Top of my head, I really can't. I really can't remember. But I think 1 hamster wheel, 4 batteries should be enough to power an electrolyzer, and that's not even being used. This natural gas generator is charging these batteries, powering these 2 items, and now it will be charging these batteries. So we'll see how that goes. But it's all a bit of a workaround until I get this digging done this side. I'm really not looking forward to opening this up. As you can see, there's a lot of polluted oxygen here. I've got a bit of carbon dioxide down this way. I might open that door and let that out. What pressure? That's low pressure. Okay. Well, we'll see what this carbon dioxide does. If it does dissipate amongst this area, that'll be okay. Why are you? Are you idle? Yeah, I think he's idle. We need to start looking for things like thimble reed fibre and stuff like that. I think maybe we'll get some snazzy suits on the go. We've got some here, but we're going to open up a whole world of polluted oxygen, so... maybe we'll get them to come up here and get some of this sleet wheat grain swept up, because you know these items are cropping and we're not doing anything with them. Let's get some digging done. Do they need to be? They could probably do that there. So they'll have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe take that one out as well. What's this? This is abyssalite, so that'll be fine. We'll continue that ladder up here to reach that one. They can reach those two. We've got excellent harvests over here. Let's just put a couple of ladders that way. Okay. This has all become available now for them to sweep. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see how much of this we can actually get them to pick up. We can always go across to there. The only trouble is we're going to be introducing more carbon dioxide into the area, but yeah, that's probably going to want to be a priority 7. That hasn't registered that I want the door open. I should put one of those mechanised airlocks in there actually. Let's deconstruct that and let's put a mechanised airlock in at a priority 9. So at the moment that's open and exposing all of the hydrogen. I think what I'm going to have to do is make this a domed area and reposition this hydrogen, this gas pump up in here. I think that will probably be the best solution. I mean, in fact, it would probably fit in there quite nicely, but I don't really want to get involved in any of this water. Yeah, you need to be careful with the oxygen levels, having to hold your breath. Keep a close eye on those guys. Don't want them suffocating. What we got down here? Empty that water bottle. Got some ice in there, so that should help cool the water. This is building back up. These batteries are nearly done. Let's switch that over. How is that working out now? That's running down. I'm wondering whether I ought to turn that off because that is going to start overloading soon. They're having to run on there, but I want these batteries to charge back up for a little bit. In fact, look, it's actually caused some damage down here. Power switch, turn off please. quickly, guys. Okay, good. So that's off. This is on. These should be charging, hopefully. Barely. 12. Yeah, that's going. We need those to charge back up. We've got 2 banks of batteries and a dupe running on a wheel. What I didn't do is leave a switch so that I could switch that gas pump on and off, or off and on, which was perhaps a bit of a mistake. This is plenty of battery power for there. They're only up to, well, this is not going to last. It'll be fine. It's got some natural gas in the system, so got enough to keep it going for a little while before the we've got some air, some oxygen going in there for some reason. Nice, okay. They're running on there just to try and keep this all charged up. I mean, there's 8 batteries on that circuit there, so it should be able to cope for a little while without being charged by the natural gas generator, I'd hope. I could probably turn that off for a while so it's not working everything is hard, give these a chance to charge up a bit. Yeah, let's do that. You can see the water. So it does back up here, but there's enough capacity for another dupe to have a shower before we run into difficulties with the shower stopping. So this is at capacity now. And we do have liquid valves in here as well, just to hopefully relieve some of the pressure, but they are enjoying their showers. But I do think now that we've got such a good supply of food that we should bring in a new duplicant. So let's have a look who we have available. Bottomless stomach, not really. Anemic. Very poor. Learning and tinkering. Can't dig. That's a bit of a disappointment. I don't want a binge eater. I don't particularly want somebody who isn't athletic. And they're not... no, I'm not going to have either of any of those 3 choices. They're not the best. What have we got up here? We need that swept, please. Oh no, we've got some mopping to do now. We don't want any more pollution in there, thank you. Oh, yeah, we should really get a little tunnel dug through here, maybe, so that they can get here and do this little bit of seed retrieval. Sounds like there's some more over here, and I can see another wheezewort as well, so it's definitely worth us expanding that way. We've actually run out of hydrogen up here. All we need is a dupe to jump on the on there. We are going to have problems very shortly, though. I'm wondering whether that's the best idea. I think I might cancel all of this because my hydrogen is all sitting in this area. And I honestly need it to... This is what I didn't want to happen, to go through a night cycle with the power. Oh, I've got all of that food. It's gonna get too warm. I think we should be okay for a little while. I really ought to put the refrigerators over here. Maybe I'll move them. Let's make that a priority 8. They're probably all having showers. Okay, we turned that over, so let's switch that back. This is what I really didn't want to have to keep doing, these on and off switches, but it seems to be working nicely for here, so... Okay, we've got this going again now. I mean, there's not a lot we can do about having to... We're not going to be able to capture all of this hydrogen. I'm not sure if I really want them to spend much time. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel some of this because it doesn't seem worth the risk of getting them trapped and losing all this hydrogen all the time. I could put a pump up here and try and capture some of it back. I think this is all hydrogen. Maybe we could just make a channel up here. We've got igneous rock, we've got some coal, phosphorite. That's fertilizer, isn't it? Yeah. Just make sure we've got nothing that will rupture and get this chlorine to leach into the base. We need to get them some toilets sorted out as well soon. Let's have a look at the dupe. See who we've got. We don't want flatulent, we don't want a loud sleeper, and wow. Terrible. Keep an eye on these batteries then. So this is fully charged. This is building back up, so I think I need to re-enable that building. I might even deconstruct that and that. And we'll just get them to sweep up after them. This is sort of settled autumn. There we go. So these batteries are enough for this. Those batteries aren't enough for this. That's not being used, but those batteries aren't enough to just keep that running. Well, they've worked for a while. Oh dear, oh dear. It's a bit of a balancing act all the time. Let's try and see. Yeah, we've got plenty of that coming through, so okay. Not to worry about that. They will charge up. We can afford to let this carbon dioxide build up down here anyway. It's all enclosed. It's not going anywhere. But I would like to get it cleared out, but it's... What do you sacrifice? These batteries need charging. Where else? Where else can I put the food storage? I mean, is there anywhere cold enough to not need -17? -21? It's quite cold here. -22. What about if we just put some fridges? Food. What if we just put some refrigerators in? It's funny that refrigerators don't need metal. Let's try. put in a couple of refrigerators there. And just see how cold they get. Because I'm worried that these are going to keep cutting out. Because these guys are spending so much time running. I'm going to lock this door. You probably don't need to be running there, surely. Let's turn the priority down on these. Because they're fully charged. And that one, I suppose. That one needs to be high priority. And so do these two. We've got nobody. Oh, we have. Right, how cold are they? Minus 21. Let's copy these settings from this fridge over to here. And what we might do is, if we empty storage, what will that do? Hang on, they're supposed to be closing this. Lock. Lock. No. Where are you going? I don't want you to... they're going to sweep, aren't they? Okay. Yeah, you kind of, yeah, it's a bit strange. We need these batteries to be completely charged. If I can get this storage to be better over here, if I can get them to be cold enough without needing power, they're 15 degrees. I don't think they're going to be cold enough. Come on, we need that locked, please. That should be on a 9. Why is that on a... That's very odd. Right, okay, we'll leave that locked for a while. We don't want them doing that. This... We want them to empty that storage. Now, where are they taking that frost bun? What's going on here now? I think we might have lost some food then. Okay. Okay, good. Right. 13 degrees. It's not cold enough. It's not cold enough. If we put the Weezewort back in here though, it is going down. Maybe it will be. Let's put that Weezewort back over there. Right next to the refrigerator. And maybe this will be cold enough without needing power. I'm going to deconstruct that now. I'm going to empty that, I'm going to empty that, and I'm going to deconstruct that. Get them to sweep all of this, and I think there's also a minus 10. Right, let's empty this then. Let's get rid of all of that, and we'll get all of this swept up. I can carry quite a lot of that. And we'll get it placed into these two fridge is in a naturally cold area, and then we can get rid of the requirement for this wire here. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Because that was bothering me really, that these kept cutting out and I was losing the power for the fridge. So this way, that's not going to be an issue. Good, okay, that's good. Okay, that's a bit of a relief. I might have to put another... We've got the puffs keeping out any polluted oxygen. It's at -10, yeah. Muck root at 1. Frost buns are colder. There's nothing in that one. It just means they've got to come there to get some food. I wonder if I should move the mess tables here. I could do. Let's put the mess tables just above wolframite. We don't want them too cold. Let's put the mess tables just here in this sort of area. There we go. And we'll deconstruct these mess tables over here. And then all we've got here then is the cooking station. And they're fairly near then to the food. So that if they want something to eat, they've only got to come down here. Yeah, that's good. Let's put them a lamp. Have we got? Can we afford some power on some of these circuits to put a lamp in? Maybe, you know, there. Let's make a nice gold lamp in the middle of the ceiling there. I think that could be quite nice. Let's pair it in. Because that's just 4 batteries to pair an electrolyzer. That should be fine, surely. I'm really gutted I didn't think of that before. It's sort of warm enough there, but... Maybe I should put a roof on this area. Just to stop the, just to increase the air pressure. I think it could help. Obviously we're introducing sort of warm air. Let's cancel that one and we'll deconstruct you. And we'll deconstruct you, and we'll put a couple of airlocks in. I'm using all of my gold for all these very expensive fixtures and fittings. Oh, we've got some melting. Oh no. Can we get down there to mop? I think we should be able to. We don't want any more pollution, and oh great, that's just lovely. Yeah, let's make that a 9. So this is warming up. That's the trouble with them in and out of here, I suppose, for... What I'm going to do, I'm going to deconstruct that and put another mechanised airlock in. And we'll get rid of that ladder there. That way around, there we are. Keep these pesky puffs out of the way. Great. They're both in there now. Let's leave that one open and try and get them out of that That's a 9, that's a 9, and that one should be a 9 too. We'll get them to get rid of all of the pollution in there before we lock them out. We could probably get rid of this deodorizer and stop them from going in there so often, opening the door. A little bit less, maybe. Do we need to make some food? We've got plenty of grains. Nope, they're managing okay. So they're charged, they're charged. The lights on over the tables now. Oh, looks pretty good. Oh, we've got the puffs both out of the room. Quick. No, 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 no. Yes. Excellent. Right, you stay out there, please. Surely they can get along there if they need to. They can feed off this polluted... Oh, it's because they're going for the slime, isn't it? I forgot about that. I think once he's back out again, let's get... Quickly, quickly. No. Oh, no, no. Oh. Lock. Lock. Nice. Let's keep them up there. It doesn't matter how much slime they produced up there. Let's just keep them out the way for a little bit. Okay, this hydrogen's sort of starting to build up. I think these tiles might have helped. Could probably put another one in there. Right, we should have a look at everywhere else. Make sure we haven't got any problems brewing. Right, these batteries are dead. These batteries are okay though. Let's switch that on. This always happens. I always notice this kind of thing at the end of the day. So, yeah. The good thing about having this run of pipe is that there is enough polluted water in the system to keep these running overnight, so I need to sort something out for this damned air scrubber down here. Right, we're turning that on and we're going to turn that one off. But they're all on the they're all having a shower at the moment, so there we go. Right, so that one's just about caught up and somebody else is having a third shower in that same cubicle. Let's see how this copes. Yeah, that worked. Okay, good. I think what I might do is I might adjust these valves. What we want is we want that one to empty first, that one second, and this one third. So what I'm thinking is knocking down the capacity should allow this one to empty faster. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but we'll give it a go. So we've got people topping up these batteries because I've switched the power across, so we need to make sure we switch this off as soon as that catches up, because otherwise we've lost 2 dupes. Let's have a look for a new duplicate, see if there's anybody good. We've got a narcoleptic. What the hell? Anemic biohazard. No thank you. Right, we've still got some hydrogen charging up this area. Temperature wise, -7s and 8s, -13s, -15s. This is pretty nice. Yep, -7s, 8s, 10s. Good. Wow, that's very warm, but it is, you know, insulated. This is pretty toasty too. And these batteries are certainly generating quite a bit of heat. But we've got the Weasewort down here, keeping this air scrubber from overheating. So temperature wise I'm quite happy. We're not getting any strained circuits. This is not ideal, but it's fine for now. It is charging. So as soon as night falls we need to switch this over, otherwise this is going to be in trouble. Oxygen wise, let's have a look at oxygen. Oxygen is very good, in fact. No concerns about oxygen, that's good. Decor. Eek. This place is awful. Not a lot we can do about that, I'm afraid. Right, we missed our opportunity, but we can get it done first thing in the morning. We'll swap those over again. This isn't quite charged, but it will do for now. What are we getting in there? Looks like a bit of carbon dioxide or something. Right, they've switched them over. I love watching all this. It's working really well. We haven't had the biodistiller on for the longest time. As you can see, this pipe hasn't really emptied yet. They do spend a long time in the shower, unfortunately, so... So this is what, 130... This is keeping this under control, because this carbon dioxide was really all over here for the longest time. I could probably even move it over, but I think this is too warm, because that's 30 degrees, and I think if I had that underneath it would overheat. Water wise we're doing okay. It's under 50, it's down to 27 there, and at the end it's actually just above 20, so that's working out well. I'm glad I actually separated all of these now into their own component parts. They seem to be working quite well. So, food wise, this is still refrigerated. Let's have a look at the duplicates, because we do want to do a little bit of exploring and get some digging into some other areas done. This is a good all-rounder, but they've got a small bladder. Can't research, well, we don't care about research. Pretty good tinkering skills. Binge eater, destructive. Perhaps we could have Marie. Yeah, let's have Marie. Let's rename Marie after another good friend from work. Who I went to the cinema with the other evening, Elaine. Welcome to the colony, Elaine. Find yourself a cot. I'm going to put you there. We've got another person on the power. This is really taking care of this area now. Batteries are charged, fertilizer makers are running. I think we're in a good spot. We are better off than we were. This is still refrigerated. We've still got some capacity in that one. I'll just make sure that that's just the same. This one is polluted ice. Probably not the best place to store polluted ice next to the food, is it? Is it worth me moving the polluted ice up here or something? I mean, as long as it stays cold, it shouldn't actually off-gas, I wouldn't think. It's when it gets too warm and starts melting, it becomes an issue. We don't need any more water. So this is all pretty self-sufficient. We're coming up to a night cycle, so I'm not going to turn this off. But I think that is where I'm going to wrap up the episode. So I do apologise that you missed a lot of the changes that I made. Technology. Haven't had that happen to me before. I haven't lost any recordings for, well, as long as I've been doing this, so I was absolutely gutted when I realised I'd lost a whole hour's worth of recording, but we're back, we've got it all, we've caught up. You've seen the changes that I've made. If we can find a few Weezeworts, maybe we'll install a couple down here. But in the next episode, we are going to work on this geyser and try and get another natural gas generator installed and some sort of heavy watt wire and transformer effort up this side of the map. So that'll be fun. So until next time, take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye!